Dealing with difficult people is not easy. However, if you try certain things, it can go your way. And by your way, I mean an amicable solution where both of you move forward and even create a stronger relationship. 98% of the time, we can fix these issues. 2% of the time, it's better to separate. And of course, we're talking about the workplace and at home as well. So let's talk about some things that you can do. Number one, always keep your composure. If you have to step out for a minute and come back, please say that and then come back and make sure that you don't tarnish your personal brand. Next, make sure that they feel heard and validated. You don't have to agree with how they feel. You just have to understand how they feel. You have to validate their feelings. Also, set boundaries. Your gut knows what's right, what's wrong, who's stepping over what boundary. So you have to communicate firmly and professionally and make sure that you manage the inappropriate behavior or the difficult behavior by setting those boundaries. The other one is solutions. Your solutions focused already, I'm sure. I just want to remind you that when you stay in the problem, you're staying in the ditch. And it's almost like quicksand. So make sure you're always focusing on the horizon, on what could be a solution, and make sure that you're bringing them into that discussion. And it's not just a solution that works for you. Even just asking them, believe me, it carries a lot of weight and it can do a lot of good. Another thing that I'd like to remind you to do is whenever there is an issue, please address it privately. Nobody likes to be called out in a meeting or in a hallway. Address it privately. Also because they might feel belittled or diminished, and that can't go well for you either. Another thing that I'd like to invite you to do is to document every interaction, every decision, and every agreement. Those three things. Please document it. It doesn't mean that you have to send everything to them or no, you just have to have a date and timestamp. And if you did talk to them and you'd like to send them, hey, just to memorialize our conversation, that would be great too. But you don't absolutely need to do that. Just make sure to please document everything. And remember, if you need a third-party mediator, sometimes you know that you can't move the needle. Honestly, most of the time you can't. You just need to understand how to do it. You need to step outside yourself, zoom out for a minute, and be able to look at the issue with fresh eyes. But if you do need a mediator, that's also something to remember. Apart from myself, of course I do that, but apart from myself, there are so many wonderful ones. So know when you need to bring somebody in. And then lastly, use your legs when it's time. If it's not working out, if it is that 2%, then it's time to move on. And I know change is hard, and I know that difficult conversations have to be had, but it definitely beats the alternative. I hope that was helpful. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day.